Hey guys, BriarRabbit here, and today I've got the lovely
Janice.
That's right. It's been a while since we did a Romm-Comm, but definitely felt like it was time. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a few topics written down here. And what was the first topic, Jan?
I want to talk about how frustrated I am today.
I could tell. So we were all home today. It was Martin Luther King Day, yay. And I was up in the office working most of the day. Jan,
Lucky you.
Yeah, Jan was down in the basement doing some basement cleaning with the boys. And how'd that go?
So I set a very important task, yet simple, in front of the boys.
Yeah.
They had to go through some boxes of their stuff. That's theirs, books and toys, what have you, that they haven't touched in forever. And they had to throw some stuff out, make a pile of keep, make a pile of I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened was a half-hour work took 3 hours.
Yeah.
And they kept bickering and fighting. And then to top it all off, when I go to check the garbage, my stuff is in the garbage.
Right, you didn't even tell them to go through your stuff.
No.
So, a little bit of backstory. When Jan and I first met, it was right before Christmas of 2011.
2011. No,
2011.
2011.
So, and Jan and the boys had a house fire. So, they ended up packing everything that wasn't burnt up into boxes and either kind of putting it into a part of the house that was not burnt or bringing it with them to my house. And then, again, when everybody moved out of my house back to this house, we, everything got packed up. So there's still a lot of stuff that's packed up, and especially with the boys, toys that they kind of grew out of during that transitional period never really got unpacked, or stuff that was in their bedrooms that had been there for, let's say, 5 years. There was no reason to unpack it because they didn't want it anymore anyway.
Right.
So it just kind of ended up in the basement. So we kind of decided, let's start using this basement for some stuff, and let's clean it out, which we actually did a while ago. But it just, how basements are.
Starts collecting stuff that you don't know what to do with, so you're like, I'll put it in the basement.
Yeah.
And so I was angry, and they were snapping at each other.
Oh, they were vicious toward each other.
Snapping
One of them
at
was
me.
crying, and I could hear the yelling coming from downstairs, and I didn't want to get involved.
So it was just one of those days, and I'm just, can't wait to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, it's hard, too, because they grew up in a house where they were with their grandparents, they had Jan, and their grandmother was waiting on them. Right? And,
she loved them. She doted on them.
Right. So once that ended, they were still used to this level of being spoiled. I remember one of the first times that I met them, I actually asked one of them for a glass of water. Could you go get me a glass of water? And I got an incredulous look. Like, what?
Really?
What? I'm not getting you a glass of water. You get me a glass of water.
How do you work this faucet thing?
I was like, no way. Like, this is that. You don't understand what it is here, what the situation is here.
Like, oh no, we got a good thing going here, mister. Don't you mess it up.
Don't come in here and fuck it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a learning experience for them. It's been a learning experience for me. Parenting is very new to me, and man, it can be tough sometimes.
I have to say, I want to make a note. My kids were not spoiled rotten, but they have come a long way. They weren't spoiled.
No.
They were well loved.
I can't really hide from you when you're actually watching the video on the screen.
So right before the weekend, David had a little injury.
That's right. I had a work-related back injury, and I actually missed almost 3 days of work.
Yep.
And so I had a lot of laying on my back time.
I was jealous.
You were jealous of my back injury?
Yeah, I was.
It was definitely a related event to getting the PS Vita, because I had to be like. But yeah, you weren't too impressed with the level of the injury, though. I noticed.
Yes, I was. I, got you some stuff for your back.
That's true.
The numbing patch.
Yeah, the numbing patch and some Advil.
Yeah, I was worried. I kept offering to do stuff for you.
That's true. You
You
did.
just kept shutting me down.
What?
Oh, Dave, can I rub your back with like some oil and like knead out the strain there? Can I make you feel better? Can I wait on you hand and foot?
I must have been on some heavy painkillers because I don't remember
Breakfast
any of
in
this
bed?
happening. So, Jane, you got a question for me. What do you got?
Okay, I had to put it in my
Every
phone.
week, every time we do one of these, Jan comes up with a surprise question to try and put me on the spot. Never manages to do it. I'm always totally prepared for every question, and I assume today will be no different.
Okay. I have to set up a situation first.
Okay.
Okay. A casting director contacts you saying that he has seen your YouTube videos.
Uh-huh.
He says that you are the only person for this movie role that he's creating.
Yes.
He insists that your manner of speaking and your personal presence are what this top-notch blockbuster movie needs.
Top-notch blockbuster.
It's an important supporting role, and you will be playing opposite George Clooney.
Ah.
So you would be paid $17 million plus royalties.
Okay.
For 18 months of work.
18 months to shoot a movie.
Yes.
I'm used to it taking like 20 minutes.
Filming location is split between New Zealand and Siberia. All expense. Whoa, hold on.
Okay.
All expenses would be paid. You know, your monthly bills, your mortgage, what have you.
Yeah.
During that time of filming.
Yeah.
The catch.
Yeah.
There's 3 catches.
3.
You have to undergo minor plastic surgery.
To make me look less like George Clooney because we're already such lookalikes.
You can have no contact with family or friends until the movie is released. So not only the 18 months of filming, but leading up until the movie's released.
So that could be, what, like 3 years?
It could be, because 18 months is a year and a half, so maybe 2.5 years.
Okay.
Your role goes against all you believe in. It has you as a gay basher, a bigot, a womanizer, a pedophile, and an animal abuser. Mm-hmm. No negotiations. Either you take it...
An animal abuser?
Yeah. Either this opportunity will never knock again.
Yeah.
So yes or no?
Yeah, my first instinct is probably say yes. 17 million is a strong number. You know, that can not only solve many financial issues. We have a wedding coming up, and so money is always on our mind. But the 2 year, 2.5, 3 years away, that's probably the only thing that really holds me back. Mm-hmm. But the 17 million is strong.
Yeah.
I think I would have to do it.
I could be like, Daddy's working.
Yeah, I mean, you know, of course I'd try and okay it with you, and you know, it'd be hard on the boys. I'd probably be harder on the boys than it'd be for anybody else.
Yeah.
Go to New Zealand and Siberia, that doesn't bother me. That'd be an awful lot of fun. And
2 extremes.
yeah. And you know, the money's good. The plastic surgery wouldn't bother me. You know, we couldn't really. And were me and Clooney gonna play like twin brothers or something?
Probably.
Probably, right? Yeah. I mean, that's the obvious choice. Yeah, I mean, I'd do it. I mean,
but what about the
if it was
role
okay with
they
you,
would have you play?
I would play it as best as I possibly could. I would play it so that I was so hateful. Like, I would take acting classes, and you know, people play bad guy roles all the time.
They do.
And, you know, you have to have that for the foil for the good guy. And the better you play that bad guy, you know, it's almost a learning opportunity for anybody watching the movie. You know, like, hey, this guy has all these awful beliefs and he's an awful guy. Mm-hmm. You know, let's not have the same beliefs as, you know, the bad guy.
That's true.
So I don't see that as being a problem, really. People have to play that role all the time. And, you know, I don't like hitting animals. Most of the time.
Okay. Well, I thought you would say no.
Why? What would you do?
I think
The hardest part would be staying away, right?
Yeah, that would definitely be the hardest
Yeah.
thing, especially with no negotiations allowed in the contract. But not seeing you or the boys, especially not seeing my kids, that would be hard. But yeah, I would have a hard time. I don't know if I would take the move. But 17 million plus royalties. I mean,
that's like life-changing money. You're never going to have to worry about money again if you're not completely idiotic with it.
And if it's a big blockbuster, I mean, that's a lot of money.
No contact at all. You can't even make phone calls and Skype conversations, stuff like that.
Nothing.
Wow.
That's part of the deal. Because they're afraid that some little snippet of the movie is gonna get out there.
Yeah, you do have a big mouth. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you'd like to see more, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.